Put your house in order, blows the elders on the Ooni. You are now beginning to look like a weakling. Put your house in order, blows the elders, for you are now beginning to look like a weakling. Hello, everyone. It's DNZ TV once again, and we are back with the story of what's transpiring in the Ooni of Ife's palace. As you all know and understand, so much has been happening, and the Oni has raised curses on the Oloris. The Oloris, on their other hand, are also accusing the Oni of abandonment, and the staff of the office and the crown is missing from the palace. And the Oni at the time was even also missing. So you can agree with me that so much has been happening. Just so much has been happening. And the Oni of Ife does not understand anymore what's actually happening. Now, what to worsen the matters right now, the elders have actually called on the Oni. The elders have called on the Oni, telling him that he should put his house in order. The elders have told Oni to put his house in order because the way he is behaving, it does not show in any way that he actually is actually in charge or in control. Now there's nothing as bad as when people begin to compare you to your late father, especially in this modern dispensation now. I mean, how can they begin to compare you to your late father, saying your father was not behaving like this, your father this, your father that, your father that, So that has actually been the case with the Oni right now. They've consistently compared him to his father. And I mean, when things like that begin to happen, you know that it is actually basically very, very wrong. Now, come to think of it, before now, the seat of the Uni was very sacred. It was very sacred, it was very powerful, it was very adored, it was very, very strong. As in, people tend to fear the Oni so much. But right now, the Oni's throne is more like a caricature of sort. Every day we keep on hearing different stories, different stories, different stories. We cannot even comprehend the stories that we're hearing. This has actually made people to begin to feel that the Oni himself cannot even stand the women, because it's as if it's the women that are actually controlling everything right now. The Oni more like is like a ceremonial head right now. Imagine the other time Miriam was challenging him. Imagine Miriam to come out and like, okay, the Oni should return all the money she invested in Ojajamo. I mean, come on, who does that? Mm. Who does that? It's unheard of. It's unheard of that the position of the Oni is going to be questioned by some mere women. Mere women that do not even have capacity, do not even have value, mere women that you cannot even understand them. These are the people that are controlling things now. They are beginning to control things. They are beginning to do things the way they want to do them. The Oni does not even have a say, even in his own house, even in his own palace. Now, elders have now gotten involved. Imagine when elders now begin to come and tell you how to govern, how to rule, how to take your place in the society. You see that it's a big problem. You see that it's now a very big problem. It's a major problem. It shows that there's so much indecision. It shows that there's a major disconnect. It shows that there's a major distrust. There's distrust everywhere. Yes, there's some very serious distrust everywhere. And if things like this continue to linger around, then I can assure you that we are not actually going to make a serious headway. Yeah, we are not actually going to make a serious headway, because right now I see no reason why the Oni cannot stamp his feet in the palace. And what he could have actually done basically was to make sure that Naomi is released from detention, because that is actually what a lot of people are using to look at him as a weakling. Because if he was able to act immediately, they just told him, okay, there's a problem or in Oyo State, Naomi was arrested, and he goes there with all his panache, with all his royalty, with all his entourage. Nothing will make them want keep Naomi there one night. Now, those Naomi no will sleep that place one single night. But what happened? When it happened, he just, I think that day, he even went for a party with Miriam. They went to one party somewhere. This is not supposed to be like that. He was supposed to take the matter to be a very serious matter. If he had done that, I'm sure that we wouldn't be having this kind of conversation right now. Yeah, this conversation will not be held. But guess what? He just abandoned the woman. Now, abandoning the woman now see what has happened. Everybody's now feeling that, okay, this guy no get level. Okay, this guy no get steez. No, that is actually very, very wrong. It's a very wrong thing to do and wrong thing to say. If we see truth, we're going to say it. Yes, we're going to say it the way it is. Enough of covering up issues and things. We've been covering up issues and things too much in this palace, and that is where the problem has started from. It is actually unheard of. It is actually really, really, really unheard of that in this time and dispensation now, the Ooni of Ife cannot sit up and take charge and do the needful so that things will definitely fall in pleasant places. Because when we continue having things zigzag like this, my brother, it is going to be very difficult and very tough for the Ooni to get back his steez again. Because as far as I'm concerned, his steez has been deflated. His steez has seriously been deflated, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. On period, yes, on period. you know Now, just imagine the level of concumbility. eh? Imagine elders coming to advise you on how to govern. It doesn't make sense. Now, this is what they will always say: the youth are not ready, the youth are not ready. Because if the youth were ready, we will not be having this conversation. It's just because the youth are not ready. That is why they will always, because the only, in a way, is actually still in the youth demography. It has actually not entered the elders council. The elders council are people like they're laughing off for you. Imagine now the governor going to bring another traditional ruler and not wanting to exalt him higher than every other person. Does it really make sense? It does not make any logical sense. So please, we are urging that the Oni should fastly try to see that Naomi is released from prison. Let him take back his power. Let him take back his mandate, because that exactly is what he needs to do. And when he does that, things will definitely fall in pleasant places. All right, people, this is where we'll be stopping this video till we come your way again. I remain your super boy, D and Z TV. If you've not subscribed to our channel, I urge you right now to subscribe our channel, click on the notification button, comment, like, and share this video. Let us keep the conversation going. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye bye.